After the fourth show in our 4-year deal here in the UK with the innovative Boxer team at Wembley. Join us for that. Our fiery fifth is our most enticing yet. A fabulous card, including Clarissa Shields defending her world belts, topped by the biggest domestic duel of 2021. It's a British blockbuster and a real statement of intent from Boxer, from Sky, and from Chris Eubank's promoters Wasserman to all work together and collaborate to provide such a major fight on Sky Sports for all our customers to enjoy on December the 11th. Most importantly, it's a huge thank you from us to Chris and to Liam, these two tip-top gladiators putting it all on the line for us. It's a real test for Chris Eubank Jr.'s starry middleweight ambitions as he enters the Lion's Den against the excellent, accomplished Welshman who pushed the world champion Demetrius Andrade all the way just a few months ago. Add to this some animosity, a little needle and spice, a great blend of styles, and it's a fight and night we cannot wait for. A return to Wales too, where we at Sky have enjoyed a rich bond from Robbie Regan, Nicky Piper, Steve Robinson in my early days in the 90s, through Barry Jones, Nathan Cleverly, Gavin Rees, Enzo Macronelli, Bradley Price, Lee Selby, and of course, the standout, brilliant Joe Calzaghe, who we hope will join us on the night. Can't wait to get over that bridge for the passionate fans and for a pre-Christmas cracker. So, without further ado, let's meet everyone on the top table. First of all, the CEO, the man behind Boxer, Ben Shalom.
Thanks everyone for being here today. I mean, what a journey we have had. We started on Sky about 40 days ago, and so to be here today with what we think is the biggest domestic fight in Britain, to make sure that it's on Sky Sports. These are the fights that got me into the sport. These are the fights that the nation needs to see. These are the fights that need to be free to air, and so to be able to do this this quickly into this tenure is unbelievable. I think when we started with Sky, it was how can we bring the biggest international fights onto the platform. We've seen Pacquiao's retirement fight. We've seen a masterclass from Shakur Stevenson against Jamel Herring, thanks to our partners in Top Rank. We've got Crawford Porter this Saturday, and we've also invested massively in the British sport. We've invested massively in women's sport with Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields, Caroline Dubois straight out of the Olympics, and Tasha Jonas, who joined us last week, but also in the men's sport, where we think we've selected the stars of the future in Adam Azim and Rhys Edwards and Vidal Riley and Richard Riakporhe. But one thing we said to Adam when we first came is we want the big fights to remain on Sky. We want the big domestic fights that get the whole nation behind boxing, that grow the sport on Sky. And when Josh Taylor got injured for our co-promotion with Top Rank on December the 18th, we knew that we had to do something special in December, and this is special. This is a serious fight, and I don't think anyone expected this to happen so quickly. And as Adam said, credit to both fighters. I mean, Chris for accepting to go into the Lion's Den, the Dragon's Den in Cardiff, and Liam Williams as well for stepping up. Both these fighters are in the prime of their career, and it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for British boxing, and one of these fighters is going to get their world title shots. We've got Golovkin and Murata fighting on December the 29th. I know that's very much in Chris's mind, but Liam's here to spoil the party, and I don't think anyone can call this one, and that's what makes it so exciting. And yeah, I want to say thank you as well to Kalle Sauerland and Wasserman Boxing for being instrumental in getting such a big fight over the line as well. And can't wait. It's a big start from us, and we look forward to next year on the back of this.
Thanks, Ben. Dan, a few words and how excited you are from the Boxer point of view?
I think putting on a fight of this magnitude after just 40 days shows our intentions and our ambition in this sport. It's a fight that doesn't need any introduction. It's a huge fight, a genuine 50-50. And when Ben called me actually and said he wanted to make this fight in Cardiff, I said no chance to him. I did not think that Chris Eubank would be willing to go there, because it just is going to be such a fiery crowd that I just didn't think that he'd want to be fighting in that environment. But He's obviously got some big cojones. He's ready to go there and do a job. And obviously, you know, it's no secret that these two aren't the best of friends. They don't love each other. There's already a little bit of needle there. So on paper, this is a fight that you look at and it's a potential fight of the year candidate immediately, straight off the bat. And I'll eat my shoe if it doesn't deliver.
I'll hold you to that. We'll hold you to that, Dan. I think it will deliver. From Team Wasserman, Chris's promoter, Callis Allen. Good to see you, Callis.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I won't be eating any shoes, but what I can tell you is we have a banger, we have a Christmas cracker, we have a blockbuster. We have everything that I thrive to watch in boxing. This is as brutal as it can get. You've got two gladiators, forget all the tit-for-tat that we're going to hear in a minute. We've got two guys who only have one gear, and that's the forward gear. You're talking about world number 1 against world number 6. Throw it all out the window. Forget that. This is what we want to see. It's the throwback fights. These are the fights, all British fights, where so much is on the line. You know, I grew up in an age of watching it on a rival platform, on ITV in the 90s, and as a kid watching, you know, what Senior did with the likes of Ben, with Watson, with Collins, you know, those great fights. And, you know, Chris and me go back a while now, and I remember the night in Stuttgart when he fought Yildirim, and no one knew much about Yildirim at that stage. He took the challenge, he went into Stuttgart, which is pretty much Istanbul, and in a Galatasaray atmosphere, welcome to hell, the flags are up, the flares are going. This man walks down, literally doesn't want security too close to him, the union draped across him, walks in, does the business, doesn't even celebrate, and just stands in the middle of the ring. For me, that moment, I knew this man is cool as ice. And, you know, when we made the fight, he didn't even ask me where it was. I think he thought it was in Birmingham. So the fact that he is taking this, knowing what's on stage for him next year, what a fight, what a challenge. Williams also absolutely wanted this fight, has made no secret about it, which is fantastic for the sport, that two people at this level want to put it up. They could both easily go back into mandatory positions. No, put it all on the line. Lovely jubbly. I'll have a bit of that and can't wait for December 11th.
Thanks, Calla. Right, let's bring the boys together. The two gladiators who will be fighting it out on December the 11th. Let's start with Liam Williams. Liam, great to have you with us. Welcome to London, although you'll be welcoming us to Wales soon. How excited are you that finally, pen to paper, this clash is happening?
Yes, it's an amazing thing for me to bring this fight back to Wales. You know, it's one, you know, so many people have been talking about for a long time, and everybody's just buzzing. They can't get over the fact that it's been brought to Wales as well, and there's no one more excited than me. So, you know, what more can I ask for? I just need to turn up on the 11th of December and deliver, and just give it to Chris, basically.
You've wanted this for a long time. Obviously, you had your world title challenge. You pushed Demetrius Andre all the way earlier in the year. How much is this mean to you personally? How much do you want victory on December the 11th?
It's massive for me because obviously I'm coming off a loss to Demetrius Andrade. You know, that was a world title fight. There's not really any shame in that. You know, obviously I'm cut at a loss and whatever, but you know, I need to win this fight to get myself back out there, back in a position where I fight for another world title. And it's just Chris standing in my way, so you know, I just have to go through him and deal with Chris, and then we'll move on to the next one.
You say go through him. How highly do you respect Chris Eubank Jr.?
I do respect him. You know, I got a lot of respect for him as a fighter. We're not really each other's type of people. You know, we're never really going to be friends. But as a fighter, he's good. He's tough. He's durable. Always in fantastic shape. And he comes to have a good fight. So, you know, respect to him in that sense. But you know, he's just another opponent to me. He's just another body in front of me, and I want to punch his head in and move forward.
That's the respect, but personally, what do you feel about him?
I don't have much respect for him personally because, you know that I know him a great deal, but I just don't like the way he goes about his business, and that's all there is to it really. There's nothing more I can say other than he's not my type of guy, and he's not somebody I would want to be friends with outside of boxing, or he's not someone I want to be friends with inside of boxing, but you know what I'm saying.
What sort of an atmosphere will he have to get through on December the 11th, that whole week in Cardiff? We haven't had a big fight down there in a while. I'm sure that your fans and the passion there is going to be red hot, isn't it, just before Christmas?
Yeah, you know, it's the Wales fans. They're going to be quite hostile. They're very passionate. They're you know, the Welsh are amazing people, amazing fans. So it's not going to be the most welcoming for him, but you know, I'm pretty sure he'll thrive off it, just like I would if I was fighting away from home. I quite like fighting away from home myself, if I'm honest. Gives you that extra little bit of nerves and, you know, gets you on edge. So I'm sure he'll react to the situation very well. You know, he's that type of guy. He's very mentally strong. So we'll see. I don't think that's going to make a massive difference. You know, we're both ready to do a job, and the best man will win on the night.
And you say you'll walk through him. How do you beat Chris?
You know, we've obviously got a bit of a game plan in place, and we all know what his strengths and weaknesses are. Anybody with a good jab, bit of movement, he's always going to struggle with just them two things alone. He wants to stand and just you know, if you stand in front of him with no head movement and whatnot, he's gonna punch holes in you, and that's just how he goes about his thing. So you know, bit of movement, good jab, and he's always gonna have an hard night.
Do you think you'll stop him?
I don't know. I'd like to be very confident and say yes, I'm definitely going to stop him, but I'm unsure because he's a very tough and durable boy, man. Yeah, he's very durable. He's very tough. So I can't say for sure. I'd like to, but I'm going to be prepared to go the 12 rounds and, you know, beat him on points if need be.
Thanks, Liam. Let's bring Chris in. Liam says you're not friends, but he has respect for you in the ring. What's your response to that in the way you view Liam Williams?
Yeah, I mean, respect is definitely not a word I would use in my feelings towards Liam. He's said a lot of reckless things online, and yeah, it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me at all. This is a grudge match. This is a genuine domestic rivalry. It's personal. You know, the things he said, he's made it personal. It seems like he's come here today and tried to, come in and talk about respect and say these things, but it's gone too far past that now. He's going to pay for what he said, and he's going to get embarrassed in front of his
Shut your mouth, Chris.
in front of his hometown.
You're full of shit.
And on Sky Sports 1, he's going to get hurt, and that's just that's all I've got to say, really.
Chris, what are the things that have really upset you?
I'm not going to repeat it.
Tell him, Chris.
The things he said.
Tell him.
Low life, scumbag, cretin. These are the words that I can use to describe a man that talks the way he talks, and he'll eat his words soon enough.
Why do that, Liam?
Say again, sorry.
Why do that?
Why do what?
From what he's saying, is that right? Is he right? What he's saying?
Yeah, I've said a couple of things to him online, and things I stand by. I'll never take them back. I'm one of them people that don't have no regrets. Whatever I've said, I've said. If you don't like it, then who cares? I don't.
It's a massive fight for you, Chris. It's something that you've called for as well. You wanted this. You want to make a big statement this side of Christmas before you hopefully move on into that world title picture. So how crucial is it that you get this absolutely right on the night?
It's not that I wanted the fight. The fans wanted the fight. I don't care about Liam Williams. He doesn't really bring anything to the table, in my opinion, apart from a big mouth. The fans wanted the fight, and you know I like to please the fans.
Can I just ask something?
so-
why have this fight come to Cardiff? Is it because you don't sell a single ticket? You haven't got a friend to your name,
Yes.
and I've sold them all.
I don't sell any tickets, so I had to come to Cardiff because you know you're the A side and you're the best.
I'm glad you admitted that, mate. Good man.
Whatever you like to hear, my friend. At the end of the day, wherever it is, it makes no difference. Whether it's in Wales, whether it's in a telephone box, it's gonna make no difference in the outcome. You know, you're gonna get obliterated on the night,
Good man.
and that's.
Good man.
And then we move on to bigger and better things. But it's going to be a fun fight. You know, the fans know that the styles that we both have are gonna gel very well. You know, he doesn't have what it takes to stop what I'm going to do. He's going to try, but he doesn't have what it takes. So eventually, I'm going to get to him, and either he's going to quit or he's going to get knocked out.
Calla says that you obviously don't mind going on the road. You sort of embrace that. Your dad was always a star at that as well. Is it that strong mentality that you have? You don't care where the fight is. You just get in there and do your business.
Listen, I've been in this game a long time. I've been in arenas where everyone's against me, and I've been in arenas where everyone's with me. And I've noticed, or I found that it doesn't actually make a difference. Some guys need the crowd behind them to be able to perform, or they get deflated if everyone's not with them. You know, I don't mind being the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy on the night if I have to be. You know, I'm sure I have my own fans up there, but yeah, it's a Welsh crowd, so I'm sure that it will be you know, it will be a hostile environment, and that's okay. You know, it's going to be a hostile night.
And you say you'll go through him. You believe that will happen, that he'll quit, that you'll win by stoppage?
Yeah, I don't see, with his style, I don't see it going 12 rounds. You know, he's got heart, he's got will and determination, but that heart is what's going to get him hurt. You know, he's gonna, you know, he's talking about game plans and strategies, and you know, I've just got to have good foot movement and a good jab, and you know, that isn't going to save.
Look at Sugar Ray, yeah.
That isn't going to save.
Sugar Ray, Money May, Jones.
He doesn't have the
Full of
skills,
shit.
and yeah, you guys will see.
Do you think that finally all the work you've done with Roy Jones Jr. is going to come out on December the 11th, and you'll be really able to show what you've learned with him?
Yeah, I mean, listen, me and Roy have been together now for coming up to, you know, a year and a half, 2 years. And, you know, I'm learning each and every day with him. But even if I had never met Roy, you know, I would still go in there and blast this guy out. So it's not really about what I've learned with Roy. It's just about, you know, how much better I am than this man. People are talking about this a 50-50 fight. I mean, I love to hear that. You know, it makes me chuckle thinking about it. But I like the fact that people actually think that this guy has a chance, because you know, when I do destroy him, it makes it more impressive, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be a fun night.
And do you need that big performance before you take on the world's very best? We know Golovkin and Murata are fighting, you know, just before the end of the year. There's lots out there ahead for you in 2022 if you get this right.
Some big fights in 2022. Absolutely looking to challenge for a world title. There's some big names, and yeah, this is the platform, or this is the fight that's going to set me up nicely for those fights in 2022. I'm not looking past this man. I'm not underestimating him. You know, I'm treating this like it is a world title fight. I'm going to go in there and do the job.
And back on the platform of Sky Sports, so everyone can see this fight. That's really important to you, isn't it?
Yes, you know, free to view. And the fight will go out to the masses, which is always a good thing. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a night.
So look at Liam and tell us what's going to happen on December the 11th, Chris.
I've said it already. You know, this guy doesn't have what it takes. In my opinion, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am. It's on him to prove himself. You know, if it's a 50-50 fight, then I guess, you know, I guess maybe I've got something to prove, if that's what everybody thinks. But I know myself, I know what I'm capable of. Looking at him, I don't think I'm going to have too many issues. And yeah, I can't wait in there to go in there and teach this guy a lesson, take him down a couple pegs.
And your response, Liam, ahead of what will definitely be a night to remember on the 11th of December?
I personally just think this guy's full of shit, mate. He's full of he knows how to talk. He's a pretty good talker. I think he must have had some lessons. Daddy must have paid for some lessons for him when he was a bit younger or something. But yeah, he can talk. You know, he just needs to go and prove himself, doesn't he, and come up with the goods on the night.
So final word, Liam, what happens on December the 11th?
It's just going to be a win for Liam Williams, and it's going to be a good fight, no doubt. So make sure you know, if you're not there, make sure you tune in. It's going to be exciting.
And final word from you, Chris.
Final word from me. Yeah, I mean, listen, everything's been said. It's going to be a fun fight, and you know, somebody's going to get hurt for sure, and it's not going to be me. It's not going to be me.
The domestic jewel of the year, December the 11th in Cardiff. We cannot wait, just a few weeks to go, and we'll all be crossing over that bridge for what will be a fantastic atmosphere and a terrific card as well, with Clarissa Shields defending her world middleweight titles, many others on like Bradley Ray, Steve Robinson. It's going to be a fantastic night. Reece Edwards as well down there, so hopefully everyone can join us and watch it on Sky Sports December the 11th. We're going to bring the fighters down to the bottom for a face-to-face, and if everyone could just remain seated at the back so that the cameras and the photographers can get their work done. Thank you very much, and they'll be available, I think, for some one-on-one interviews, maybe not together. Anyway, have a good afternoon.